boo, 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 boo. Boop. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Y'all know what I gotta do. I gotta pull it up on the TV. Okay, there we go. Part of it. So, how is everybody this morning? Of course, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your baby boomer, Kitty Lane, from the peninsula in Virginia, back with another Creating Relate. Come on in the den on this Flex Friday. Just see if we can give us just a little bit more room. And let me see if I can free me up some space so we can flex this morning. Trying to pull us up on the big screen so that I can read comments. So, how is everybody on this beautiful Friday? First of all, I want to start by, sorry about that. I want to start by saying I hope that you all will have a spectacular weekend. And I do want to remind you, in case I forget about tomorrow, us celebrating our 2-year podversary here on Create and Relate. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, going a little backwards today. So don't fret, don't fret. Good morning, my Jamaican mommy. How are you? We are going a little backwards today, like I said, but don't fret. We're still going to get our stretches in. Good morning. I am early. I try to do the early thing on Fridays. I call it Flex Friday, so we can get our stretches in. That's something I want to try to incorporate during the week. It's just going to be like a little quick 10-15 minute session. But there are a couple of things that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention today. Like I said, tomorrow we will be celebrating our 2-year podversary, starting at 1:30 Eastern Time. And real quick, what I'll be working on today. I did not finish this last night. My sister told me to go to bed, and that's what I did. Oh my goodness. I love it when y'all come in and you're speaking to each other. I'm also planning on putting this on the hook today. I went and grabbed all of my number 5 yarn, and I'm going to see what this makes today. And I wanted to wait until tomorrow to show you this, being that tomorrow is show and tell or show off Saturday. But this is a pattern that I came up with last night. And I call it a cradle. You can see the wheels, the little bassinet part of the cradle, and the hood. So that's what I did last night. Okay. Let's get our stretches in before we go any further. Freddie, how are you? Remember to breathe. Always remember to breathe. Deep breath in. Hold it. And out slowly. Try to sit up or stand up nice and tall. Deep breath in. Hold it. And out slowly. Now we want to stick those arms straight out in front of us. And we want spirit fingers. Let's get those spirit fingers in. Just wiggle those fingers and loosen them up really, really well. All right. And then we want to hold both wrists down. Fingers straight down. Just hold both wrists down. And now slowly rotate them to the upward position so that your palms are straight out in front of you. Now with your right hand, lightly pull back on your left hand, grabbing those fingers. Don't hyperextend, but just enough to get a really good pull. And now you want to push it all the way down, like you're trying to pull those fingers back to your arm in the downward position. And now we're going to move over and do the other side. Pull those fingers up and back. And now we're going to push down. Same thing. Very good. Now we're going to do two really good arm curls. Just going to hold your hands up to the ceiling. Make a fist. And pull those arms into your shoulders. Try to touch your shoulders with your fist. Straight in front of you, though, not out to the side. Straight in front of you. And stretch them back out slowly. And one more time. In slowly. Get a good pull. Very good. Okay. Now with the arms down as straight as you can get them, I'm sitting on my bed. They don't go so straight. We're going to start rotating those shoulders. We want to roll them forward, not rotate all the way. We're just going to roll forward like you're trying to make those shoulders come together in the front. And then back to the straight position. And then we're going to roll back. Mm-hmm. And now we're going to come back to the standard position. We're going to raise that right shoulder or left, it doesn't matter. Just raise it like you're trying to put that shoulder up to your ear. Try to keep your head straight. And then back down. Raise the other shoulder, same thing. And then back down. Now let's rotate that head. Chin all the way in your chest. Don't plop it. Just stretch it slowly. Like you're trying to sink that chin into your chest. And come back up slowly. If you're like me, you suffer from vertigo. You don't want to do this fast. And now you want to lay it all the way back, trying to make your nose perpendicular to the ceiling. Ah, I feel that all the way down my spinal column. That feels so good. Okay. Now back up, right? Now you're going to lean your head over to the left or the right. But just make sure you lean it over. Okay. Yeah, Marsha, head back up straight. I'm sorry. And you're going to do the opposite side. It's not Lisa anymore. It's Hadija. It's spelled like Khadijah, but it's pronounced Hadija. Okay, now back upright. Now turn your head all the way to one side like you're trying to look over your shoulder. Like you want to make that chin touch that shoulder. And now back straight ahead and the opposite side. and now back straight. Those are little exercises that you can do every day throughout the day. I chose Friday mornings because my power time to crochet is usually after my Thursday live, and my early morning is usually Friday mornings. And like I said, I'm going to try to incorporate that throughout the week so that it's something that we don't forget and that we can get used to it, especially every time before we crochet. Because we need to, I'm glad it felt good. It felt good to me. And it really, when I get up in the morning, that's part of my routine. That's part of my meditation routine in the mornings. So when I do it with you all, it's like my second time doing it for the day. But it feels so good, it doesn't bother me. And then, of course, throughout the day, I do it as well. I'm always rotating my wrists, doing the spirit fingers many times because of the amount of crocheting that I do. But those stretches, lots of us, when we sit and crochet, we droop our head forward and we roll those shoulders forward. So we're sitting in a humped position and we need to, our muscles kind of lock that way. So when we stand up, we feel that tightness in our neck and in the shoulder portion of our back. And we're always just trying to find a comfortable position. But that's just something that we can do to stay kind of loose and limber and tell those muscles, hey, we're getting ready to get a workout today. Once again, the reminder, like I said, is tomorrow we will be celebrating our second podversary. Khadijah, I don't think you saw this. This is the new pattern that I came up with. I call it the baby cradle. You can see the wheels, the bassinet part of the cradle, and the hood of the cradle. And in between them, I just have the V-stitches. And if you wanted to make it a square, the multiples, when I do it, I'll tell you all about it. You should also add breathing exercise. Well, I started the breathing. That's why I started with the inhale, hold it, exhale. Also, along with that, guys, please remember to stay hydrated. Please remember to stay hydrated. That's my mouth is so dry right now. I have been drinking a lot of water today. Guys, I was almost not with you like ever again. I don't know why, but when I'm awakened early in the morning, it's habit to look at the clock. I think because I jot everything down that my doctor needs to know. And at 4:36 this morning, I woke up having a coughing fit. I was literally choking. Okay. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is, Marsha. But she'll understand. But I woke up choking, literally choking, and I was coughing so hard. I felt like I was having a seizure. Every muscle in my body tightened up. I was trying to call out for help, and I couldn't. And I was just before knocking stuff over to get my daughter's attention when whatever happened loosened up in my throat. There wasn't, I wasn't eating anything. I didn't have anything in my mouth. I didn't swallow my tongue, but there was some sort of blockage in my throat. And I couldn't breathe. I was, oh God, it was terrible. It was scary. It was terrible. I know my eyes are like very red, and that's why when I got up this morning, I was amazed I had not popped blood vessels because I was coughing that hard. And I was coughing for like, it felt like hours, but it was more like about 3 to 4 minutes straight. And when you're counting those minutes by the seconds, that's a long time. That's a long time. So what that told me is that I'm going to be spending a lot of time right here in the bed today. So I pulled everything on the bed that I thought I would be working with. So I have my baby beanies here. What I've decided to do is take them out of the plastic bags. I'm going to put tissue paper in the box, and I'm going to make more, and I'm going to squeeze as many more in here as I can. So that's part of the plan for the day. I'm going to finish this baby blanket today, which is ballerina shoe pink and cream colored white. This is all the Just yarn, and this is part of the yarn that was sent to me. Let me see. As I have the Smile Club with nothing. I'm on a complete baby suit right now. So, where's my BB? You see what this is happening here. And it was going to be finished last night, and I was on the phone with Joe. And I said, I'm going to finish this section, and then I'm going to bed. But I was going back and forth between here and here, the baby beanie. Yeah, there's a lot of baby going on here this morning. But I'm glad I said yes. Yes. So there's going to be a lot of that going on today. I know that I will finish the blanket today. I know that I will get more beanies done, but I also pulled out all my number 5 yarn. I was so glad when I got the yarn from my yarn angel that there was number 5 yarn in it, because I had some, but it wasn't enough to make a blanket. So I got all that was sent to me and all that I had, and I put it all in here together. And all of this is what I already have the color scheme in my head. I don't have a pattern in mind, but I know it's going to work, whatever it turns out to be. And I'm so grateful for it. Hooks are right here in front of me. Scissors are right here in front of me. Yarn needle is right here in front of me. So that is the plan for today. I also on a baby kit. Yeah, I know. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, you will tomorrow. The first thing I worked with, baby, is the one of the cottons. These 4 colors here. And I can't wait to show y'all what that became. I am going to show that tomorrow. This will be the second finished object, which will be finished today. And you'll see that tomorrow. And I'm not going to go through and show all. I did all the same design. I did Juan's first design, the Snuggle Sprout beanie. So all of mine are Snuggle Sprout. They're just different colors. And knowing that he's going to showcase them on his channel, I'm not going to bore you all with that. You know, I just show you the box where you can see that it's full. And I'm going to start working on this baby here. I am definitely going to start working on this baby right here. And I only have to leave the house one time today, and that's to go get the babies from the bus stop. Unless mom is awake. If mom is awake, I'll let her go get the babies from the bus stop. But I am going to be here in the bed getting myself back together when I tell you all every muscle in my body hurts. I don't know what happened. I really don't. It's not like I had a bad dream or anything. I felt whatever it was loosen when it loosened. I have a thought of what may have happened. It doesn't sound pleasant, but if that's it, I'm glad that I was able to catch it and wake up. But yeah, I'm here. I want you guys to know that I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Like I said, I'm not going to keep you long on these Friday mornings. I am going to try to pop in another morning next week. So we'll be doing the flexing twice a week instead of once a week. I wanted to try it out for this month to see how it worked out. And I'm pretty good with it. I can tell you that it is going to be every other Friday for right now, because right now my doctor, I'm on the list that they call gold or gold. The sign for gold is the Y, thumb at the ear, and going along the jawline in a wiggly form. So that's like yellow jewelry, which is gold. Um, they have me on a list called gold. And what that means is that I go in to see my doctor every 2 weeks. It's a good thing because we have the upcoming surgeries. I got a lot of them ahead of me, guys. A lot of them. We're trying to get them out of the way before I'm 70. And we want to give my body time to heal. I'm 62. And the first one we're trying to do is the paniculectomy. From there, we're going to get the hernia repair. And then we're going to get the right knee replaced. Then the left knee replaced. Then the left ankle replaced. And the way it's starting to look right now, we might have to have a hip replacement on the left side. I told him, I said, why don't you just go ahead on and turn me into the bionic woman? We can do that. I just won't be able to do the couple. I told you all that I would explain the thumbnails to you all. There was one thumbnail that you saw for this month where it was 4 ladies together. The lady sitting down in the front was my mother. And I had on the red and white. I was sitting to the left of her. My oldest daughter is to the right of her. And my baby girl was standing behind her. There was another one of me head to head with the one we call twin. And I know, right? And I know you will find it. I know you will find it, and I love it. Um, the lost my thought. Okay, the one with head to head with twin. That's my oldest daughter. Um, then the last one that I had, I don't remember all of them that I had up there, but the last one that I had was me and a shorter lady together. She's actually my bestie, and I call her the yin to my yang. And it was so fitting that she was the um, the thumbnail for Tuesday, because later on that evening she called me. We don't see each other we don't even talk on the phone every day, but every time we're around each other, it's like no time has lapsed. So Tuesday she called me and she says, how does your evening look? And I said, I'm free. She says, okay, we'll see you a little later. And I'm thinking it's going to be her and her boyfriend, which I had a lot to do with getting them together. And they've been together for 8 years. Call me matchmaking kitty. I am. But when she walked in this door, there was an even shorter lady with her. It was her mom. Have to tell you the backstory about that. I lost my mom. Father's Day will be 7 years ago. I met CJ's mom within a year after losing my mom. It was still very fresh. It still hurts, but it was hurting a lot then. It was hurting a lot then. And when I met her, she hugged me and she wouldn't let me go. And I didn't want her to let me go. And I asked her, can I call you mom? And she said, of course you can, dear. And from that moment to this, every single morning, I get a good morning text. And sometimes it's a race to see if I can text her before she texts me. But it was just so amazing. Those two women came into my life like when I really needed them. And they've been stuck like glue ever since. And I love it. The picture that you see today, the two little people in the front are my grandbabies. The tall young lady is my Oompa, and sometimes you'll hear them in the background. And the shorter young man, still tall, is Pete. Um, Both of them are very tall for their age. Oompa is 10 and Pete is 8. And the young lady standing behind them, the shorter of the two figures behind them, um, you need to keep an eye on your community page. I know, I got it. But the young lady that's standing behind them is my baby girl that I talk about so much, my Jennifer. She's the mother of my grandchildren. And the young man standing behind her, standing beside her, is another one that I'm so proud of. I'm proud of all my babies, but that's my son. And he's another one that I talk about all the time. Artistic, all of us. Oh, exciting news. Okay, but I told you about those. And then the first one that I posted of me and the young man sitting together, I think I've told you, well, I'm making a blanket for my nephew, and I only need 2 rows to finish it. If any of you are from the Atlanta area, I know you know him, Marsha, but he's a news reporter. He was in the Atlanta area for a while. He was also in Alabama. He's been to Houston, and now he's in New York. He's always wanted to be a news reporter in New York, and he made it. But his name is Corey McGinnis. That is my nephew. And the one, like I told you, the one from today, the one for tomorrow is going to be interesting. It is definitely going to be interesting, and it's going to be so much fun. I am going to love doing tomorrow's. But that is what I have for you. There was something else I was about my family being artistic. Artistic. And I have to be sure I say it right because my granddaughter is level 2 autistic. Um, she's verbal, smart as a whip, but she's autistic and ADHD. All of us are ADHD. Good morning, Amber. How are you? But all of us are. All of us. And I'm ADHD, OCD. I suffer from PTSD, have an anxiety disorder, and depression. Hi. I keep my therapist in business. So, about my artistic family, my oldest daughter is a mathematician. Anything with numbers, geometry, like string art, all of that, a whiz. My mother could draw, not sketch, but she could draw, like animals and those types of things. My son is the artist. My son, I have a self-portrait of my son on my wall. If you look at some of my older videos, you'll see him in the background. I'll try to remember to show it to you one day. Maybe I'll take a picture and post it in the community post. Um, Now, I taught all 35 of my kids how to crochet. Out of the 35, one of them still crochets, and she doesn't know it. But I'm getting ready to buy this baby her own set of hooks because she came in my room the other night and said, I want to make some pot holders. I want to make this. I want to make that. When I get orders, and when I have really large orders, like headbands, hats, and things, she's the one who helps me. So she says she wants to kind of venture out and do her own thing. She picked it up right away. She does it. So I'm going to get her own set of hooks. I found out she went through my hooks and picked out the ones that she felt really comfortable with. And she likes the ergonomic hooks. So I'm going to get her a set and I'm going to let her have at it. I'm tickled pink about that. Two of us sitting in the house crocheting together. You know how long we look for crochet buddies? And I mean, it's nice that we have each other on YouTube. Can you imagine us two old ladies sitting here? We're not old. If my kids heard me say that I'm old, when they look at this video, I'm going to hear about this. And Joan's going to give it to me too. She's going to be like, you're not old or her. But I did want to share that with you. Like I said, guys, I am not going to keep you because Amber will be on in about 7 minutes. And I want you all to run over there. And I'm so gracious every time she steps in the room. But I don't want you to miss her. She always has something exciting for us. Know that I love you guys, but always remember to practice self-love because it is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. Now I can draw. I can draw real quick if I can find the book. I just had it. Okay. Oh, right here in front of me. Wow. So when I was coming up with the design, I'm learning how to do the graphs now. So I had to graph it out in order to do it. But I drawing is not a problem for me. I can't sketch. I can't do the charcoal. I can't paint worth a patootie. My painting looks like a 2-year-old's. Yep, but I can draw though. I can draw. I want you guys to have an outstanding day. Don't forget to check Amber out. Whatever you have to do today, do it with joy and love. Okay? And remember, I told you that. Remember, I told you that. And Hadijah, you talk about stick figures. Stick figure queen. I love you guys. Take care until we see each other again on these YouTube streets. Peace out, everybody. I love you.